Alright guys, so I literally just got done wrapping up the 55 kilo weight category, which was amazing, and then checked my phone, which was inundated with messages. Have you seen Lasha? He's just hit these big lifts. So 220 snatch, 255 clean and jerk, heaviest training haul snatch and total ever. He has clean and jerk that in the training hall before, but he hasn't put those two lifts together. We've never seen the 220. I've not yet seen these lifts. I'm going to react to them and talk a little bit about what they mean. Okay, so this must be the lift.
What'd you do?
Oh, he didn't look very happy with that. Wasn't too pleased. Let's do the 255. Not the easiest stand. Solid jerk. I mean, just the fact that he's feeling good enough to attempt these lifts in training, in the training hall, does mean a lot. It says a lot. You know, whenever he doesn't plan to go big, he doesn't do these sorts of numbers in the training hall. He does 200, 240, he might do 205, sometimes 225. When we've seen him in the past do sort of the 210 plus range, he's always then gone on to set a new world record. I'm going to download these videos so that I can go through them frame by frame. Alright, for some reason it's not letting me download the clean and jerk, but let's go through the snatch. Let's just watch it once through one more time.
What'd you do?
I think that's pretty nice. I think it looks good. I'm going to do a little bit of technical kind of critiquing, but again, sort of who am I to critique a lift like this? You know, I kind of get people are going to be maybe not okay with that, but there are still some things that you should do when you lift. There are some sort of core pillars that every lifter follows, then the bit in between is pretty much where the magic and the style comes from. But let's just look at some of those core pillars. Okay, so he approaches the bar, crosses his chest as he always does. Then he's got the rolling dynamic start, which a lot of coaches don't like because it makes that starting position inconsistent depending on the speed with which the bar comes back, the timing for when you start pulling on the bar. But Lasha has pretty much mastered this, so I doubt Asanidze has a problem with it. There he is, rolls it into the floor, finds tension. Such a low hip position for a tall-limbed lifter, really uses a lot of power through the legs at the point where the force is high and the velocity is low on the force velocity curve. Knees come back, bar looks very straight. Weight is distributed nicely sort of in the middle of the foot. Knees come back forward, still on the balls of the feet, middle of the foot. Nice power position, finishes pretty vertically. And maybe there's a little bit of wobble in the catch. Maybe his left elbow, right, his left is a touch wobbly. I know he wasn't too happy with it. That might have just been to do with how it felt, the weight off the floor, the speed of the pull. Even though the judges are being extremely tough with regards to the press out rule at the moment, I don't think he's going to have a problem with that. I do think a lot of the heavier male lifters, the more muscle-bound lifters, are going to get called out for lifts that they would never normally get called out for. I'm a little bit concerned about that. I don't think Lash has to worry. He's got tremendous upper body mobility and tremendous hyperextension for a big guy, so I think he's probably going to be okay there. Stands it up, no step forward, but turns his head to the side as if to say, I don't know about that. Let's watch it through one more time, full speed. It was a stand-up of the clean that I thought was the most striking. That definitely did look a little bit on the slower side, but to be fair, he had done a lot of squats the day before.
What'd you do?
It's just a touch wobbly in that bottom position. It's just as he catches it, there's a little bit of a, you know, it's an autonomous thing. He's not consciously doing it. This autonomous alteration of his torso, pushing it through, pushing his shoulders back just to try and stabilize there. Maybe not quite as smooth as he's done in the past, but I don't think there's anything particularly to worry about there from Lasha. In fact, if anything, I think this is just indicative of what's to come. That looks to me like when he's fresh and he's deloaded. Bear in mind, he'll do one more moderately heavy day after this before he competes, probably in 3 days' time, and then it will be deloading properly from there, tapering on. But I reckon with that deload, we could be seeing him opening up at somewhere around the 214-15 range, taking 220, maybe something like this on his second, then who knows. Okay, one more attempt on the 255. Also, for those of you who say, how have you not watched it if you've already liked it, there are reasons for this. Yeah, I mean, Lasha's always had that front foot land just before the back foot on the jerk, which makes that final bit of extension of the elbow as he pushes his head through look almost slow motion. But that's just a feature at this point rather than a bug. Pulls it very high. There's actually a bit of bar crash on this clean, which we're not used to seeing with Lasha. But he still makes it, and no one else that he's going up against is going to be able to hit 255. So even if he just makes that and nothing more, that's going to win by a long way. Okay, so I just checked, and it was Dr. Georgie who actually posted these videos initially, and then Lasha took them. So huge shout out once again to Dr. Georgie on Instagram. It's Lasha's physiotherapist for getting all of this incredible historic footage. Let's just very quickly look at a few of his other lifts that he's done over the last couple of days. This nice 225 in the clean and jerk. Maybe we'll see him snatch it, maybe we won't. I'm going to say we won't. I'm going to say we're seeing 223. But I know a lot of you think we're going to see 4 red plates. Here's some speed squats with 265, probably for triples. Let's give that a like. Yeah, that tends to be the way he does it. Triples at 265, sometimes doubles at 285 for speed, and then maybe we'll see him go 305 or 315 also for doubles. Okay, so it looks like he made 2 lifts at 255 here. Lasha's only posted 1, but Dr. Georgie's posted 2 videos. He's got 255 number 1 and 255 number 2. That changes this game up a little bit. If he's doing this for reps in 1 session. Okay, so that's the first attempt. This is way nicer. This is way easier. Oh, the difference between that and the other one. Just let's watch this one more time. There is 0 bar crash, which means that he meets the bar nicer. He stands up way better because he's got the timing of the stretch reflex, switching it off and on again as it comes back up. Look at this. That's the kind of Lasha who can hit 267 for an all-time world record, which I still think he's going to do. 223, 267 if all goes to plan. 490 total, 5 kilo world record total. Gives him the second highest Sinclair ever. That is a way better lift than this, which was the second rep. No wonder it looked a little bit more tough. Yeah, that's not as nice. Bit of bar crash, slower on the stand. Jerk was slower as well. So there we have it. We had a snatch single at 220. I'm just going to check and see if he didn't do this more times than 1. No, okay, just the 1. So this is a weight that no other weightlifter has ever even hit in competition other than himself, and he's just done it in training. That's how historically impressive this is. Followed by 2 singles at 255 in the clean and jerk. That's a 275 total, which may have never been beaten in the Olympics by anyone that wasn't called Lasha Talakhadze. And I think he's going to do 15 kilos more than that next week. So stay tuned. Catch you guys next time.